What's up everyone, hope you're all well. Yeller here, and today I'm going to talk about the 5 basic things you can do to help get your first win in Fall Guys. My videos typically target the more competitive Fall Guys player or certain levels people struggle on, but today's video is going to be for the player that hasn't gotten a win yet, or players that maybe win every once in a blue moon and want to start getting multiple wins a day. Before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video today and would like to see more Fall Guys guides in the future, give it a like, consider subscribing, and leave a comment below on what you'd like to see me cover next. Let's get into it. Alright, so tip number 1. I've helped quite a few people get their first win, and usually it ends up being the same thing. They rarely make the finals, so they just don't have enough practice on the levels when they get there. If you're not making it to the finals the majority of your games, you need to go watch a guide on the basic levels you're struggling on. More specifically, Slime Climb. Now that team games appear less often because you can no longer get them back to back, and if the teams are uneven, Slime Climb is appearing more than ever. Learning and being able to clear Slime Climb 100% of the time will help you tremendously. If you can't do this currently, as soon as this video ends, go watch a guide for it. I did one to help beginners, which I'll put in the description below, but even if you don't watch mine, go watch a guide. This level is winnable 100% of the time, even with campers at the end, and it's by far the one that most new players struggle with. The second thing that's going to help you guys win more is playing with friends. Friends can help you if you're getting targeted, and they can really help you if you all make it to the final. If you don't have anyone that plays this game, I would highly recommend finding a good Discord and meeting some other players. Not only will you start winning more often, you'll have a lot more fun playing with like-minded people than typically you will playing solo. Tip number 3. Learn to use the grab button. Using the grab button can help you balance on beams even if you're not grabbing anyone, like discussed in my grabbing guide, or you can just use it to hold other players and make sure you stay on the platform on levels like Tiptoe or Perfect Memory. It's probably most useful in Jump Showdown, however I wouldn't recommend trying to target players unless you're being targeted if you're newer. A lot of times without the right timing and practice, you'll just end up knocking yourself out and getting eliminated. Alright, so on to the final tip before we get to the big one. Tip number 4. If you're losing a lot in a specific game type, spectate the other players once you're eliminated. Don't just leave. This is a great way to see what other players are doing and maybe learn why you're not qualifying as much as you should be. As I stated in tip 1, a good player makes it to the finals the majority of the time they play, which increases your chances of winning. So if you're not making it to the finals very often, take the extra 2 minutes to figure out what's going wrong. Alright, so if you've done tips 1 through 4, and you're now making the finals at least a couple times every time you play, then now it's time for tip number 5. Learn all of the final map strategies. There are 4 final levels currently, and you understanding them is so important, because the game has been out almost a month now. That means if you make the finals, the likelihood that someone else in there with you has won before is extremely high. And because of this, if you don't know or understand the optimal strategy for each final, you're probably not going to win. So if there's a final level you're really struggling with, go watch a guide until you get it. You taking the 5 to 10 minutes to understand the level will help tremendously. Now, obviously just watching a guide isn't going to make you win. You need the practice and experience as well. In this clip here, you'll see the level Hexagon. I know people still struggle with this level and the ability to slow jump, but the more times you make it to the final, the more practice you'll have at it. So make sure you're doing everything you can to be able to reach the final the majority of the time you play, and once you get to the final, understand exactly what needs to be done to win. Alright guys, that's going to be it for my Fall Guys How to Get Your First Win guide. I really do hope this video helps you get your first win, or just more crowns in general. I have put my guides to the final level in the description below if you'd like to check those out, and I do also want to let you guys know I will be playing with subs either this weekend or next. So if you'd like me to help you get your first win, or just some more crowns overall, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is in the description below. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and consider subscribing. Enjoy your day.